Guten Abend. Okay, safe to say that I feel very, very, very peaceful. What was that? That was a wonderful, calm, and soothing start. What was it?
I think it's raining today in Denmark. It's cold, and
Okay.
and I heard this record a little bit early, and I was like, this feels good to the room, to the atmosphere here.
Okay.
It's an Italian record. I'm Matteo De Silva. He's playing guitar, and the whole album here is like relaxing, a little bit surprising, sounding really well, and it's like a 2006 release. That's
2006, so very recent. Okay.
Yeah, it's possible to find, but it's one of those I listen to every 3 months. I pick it up, and because it sounds really good on good equipment.
Dante, you gave it. Oh yeah. When Thomas mentioned the name and the title, you are also aware of this record.
Yes, I've investigated it some time ago. It's a nice record. There's quite a few records like that in 70s, 80s, and yeah, it's a nice one. Like a bit of like an Indian Don Cherry type of record.
So the Italian who plays an Indian type of Don Cherry record. So it's 2006. So but this is people can find it, people can get it. So it's not a record that is incredible hard to get.
Yeah, it's no, it's not hard to get. And I thought when I bought it, I thought it was older, but it came in this brown color vinyl. I was like,
what is this?
Yeah, what is this? And I found out it was 2006. I thought it was from the 70s before I got it.
So Justin already is in love with Amancio as one of his favorite jazz guitarists. Hello, Joe, the Dead Wax. Coffee Audiophile, aka Snake Oil Audio, from a very strange city here in Germany. It's called Cologne. He has a question for Thomas. How to find these records? Are you buying 10 that are crappy to get one jewel?
Yeah, I was thinking
Hopefully
about
not.
no, I hope not. But I was thinking about it earlier today because when I play music at the office, I often play quite loud to get the feeling of the music here. And you need to listen to a lot of crap before you find good records. And people don't understand that they just want to listen to the good tracks. Yeah, but those who need to find the good tracks need to listen to a lot of other stuff. So mostly, if I fall in love with some records, I listen to it on YouTube or wherever I can find before I buy them. I try not to.
You also have a streaming device, Thomas.
No, I don't have a streaming device actually, but I have YouTube.
Okay, yeah, I get it. Santi, how do you do it usually?
Do what? Sorry, I was.
When you are looking for new records, how do you do it? I know how you do, but maybe tell the new visitors to the channel how you...
I do all the possible ways, I guess, or not all, but like I go in the shops, I go online, and online what I do is I use Discogs to the best possible effect by taking advantage of the hyperlinks. Nothing secret there. I subscribe to thousands of labels.
Which quite often are YouTube links, right? If I remember correctly. You have quite often YouTube links on Discogs.
Yeah, you have that. But I mean, no, I just meant like, for example, today I bought an Irish folk record, and I bought it because it was on my map, because there's slide guitar on one track by Chas Smith, who passed away a few weeks ago, who's like an American experimental music guitarist, and I love his records, so I just check everything he does, and then I try to find audio clips. If I can't and the record is cheap, I hope there will be enough money, enough tipping during my stream so that I can take the chance, stuff like that basically. And yeah, like basically always finding rabbit holes, new rabbit holes to investigate and see if this, like, I've seen some music that Thomas might play today, which prompted me to go check a record that from an artist I played on my stream last week. And after I played it on my stream, I realized I have all the records, his albums that I want, but I went deeper into his discography and see if he had like a composition on a compilation or stuff like that. And lo and behold, there was one that could be interesting. There was, there was no clips for that track, but there was a clip for another track by an artist I had no knowledge of at all on that compilation, and that was, oh, this is really interesting, and I got it because of that. It was also like $10, but yeah.
You like to comment on
and you know, there's when you've been doing it for like Thomas for I don't know how many years, and me like 30 plus years, I mean, you have people who tell you stuff, and you also have your own tales and your networks of information coming back to
which
you. And
which is quite important. Yeah. But I think there is quite some truth in what Hey Joe just says, that FOMO is not the only, but also a way to buy records. I think nobody is free of FOMO. Nobody.
For me, it probably is one of the biggest drives, but not the traditional FOMO, like, oh, this new record is limited to blah, blah, blah. No, it's more, this record it has been on my want list for like 5, 10, 15, 20 years. And I see on Discogs, oh, I used to see it every now and then, and it was not a high priority, but now there's like 0 copies of it. Or, oh, now there's 1 copy of it. That's the kind of FOMO I get. Like when I see, okay, and you see the statistics of sales, and you see, okay, this record is actually becoming really scarce. It's not necessarily super expensive yet, but it's not about if it's of course it's nicer if it's cheap, but the most important factor is it possible to find it?
What's your take on the FOMO, Thomas? Are you free of FOMO or aren't you?
Yeah, I think a little bit like Stunty, you have to prioritize every time you want to buy records, and those who disappeared you need to get first. And even though I have a lot of records, there's still thousands that I would like to have in my collection.
Ideally, you want to get the records affordably right before they're disappearing for good. Or becoming
But that's like with the stock market, Stunty. You want to buy it as cheap as possible and sell it as expensive and it's never gonna happen. So the perfect moment is quite different. And I agree, Ivan. I totally agree, Ivan. FOMO can be dangerous. Hello, Daniel. But hey, it exists. Thomas, let's
for example, today.
Go. Go, Stunty.
Yeah, today, one of my really big ones, my priority ones, and that no one had for sale, turned up on Discogs, and I knew the seller. He's in Germany, and I went to the shop to see if he had the same records on his shop. He had for cheaper, and then I went to see also the other records he had that were on my want list. And a lot of like modern classical stuff that like is not necessarily priority when you put it. It's just like, okay, this is interesting. Oh, he has it. I compare the price. He has the best price for that condition, or he has kind of it. And when I think with shipping, okay, and all the other copies, now I can get it for 20, 21 for him, and the others are like 40, 45. Yeah, it's time to get it.
Yeah, I agree. Thomas, let's create some FOMO. Have you some music for us?
I think we take over where the other track ended.
Black Emmanuel. It was the moonlight, it was the midnight. It was a little house in a cloudy looking wood. The birth of your life, of your body, Emmanuel. Sweet Emmanuel, your big yellow eyes dig in my mind. Your heart rests on my naked chest tonight. You lift your open mouth to mine. out of my way.
Yeah, there's a lot of
Go.
there's
Sorry.
a lot of different versions of this track on the album, and again, one of those albums that sounds amazing, and I think it has a good feeling. But what's a little bit weird with it is it's on Western, which is normally like a disco label, mostly
German label, right?
American.
American. Okay.
Yeah, but mostly 12 inches, never albums. I think there's like might be one more than this, but else this is the only album that's out on that list. And it's taken like so different from everything else there.
The jacket is amazing. I love the jacket. And Stunty, as the former stunt double of Black Emmanuel, maybe you can give us some insights of that music and that record.
Well, not that much. It's just I know that record, and yeah, it's a typical record for like diggers, like from like the 90s, 2000s. Yeah, it's it's what I mean. A lot of these erotic movies had like soundtracks that diggers really like, both for the movie but also the music that is always cool. It's almost a bit of a cliche now. Like, it doesn't mean that you should it's like avoid them, and quite the opposite. But like, I was just like, the first few seconds, and you hear Black Emmanuel, like in the and I knew exactly what it was.
Let's get right into the topic. I mean, why not, Thomas? This record, Thomas, is it a rare record, a medium rare record, or is it a dollar bill?
I think it's a medium rare.
Yeah.
I'm not sure the price, but I would guess it is around €100, maybe less.
Now that you say it, Christian, Stunty and Laura Gemser, like twins, in a way, they are.
But I think that Black Emmanuel, if I might forget, not remember it correctly, but I think it was not an official Emmanuel one. It was like I mean, Emmanuel is already exploitation. It's what's his name, Jacques. I'm almost surprised that Thomas hasn't directed some of these movies, by the way. But
maybe he has secretly and doesn't want to talk about it. But I'm not so deep into the Emmanuel legacy that I can answer the question if it is an official one or not.
There are four ones. And, sorry?
It's one of the most famous.
No.
Black Emmanuel was huge.
No, they're all famous now because it's over 25 years old now. But no, Emmanuel 1, Emmanuel 2, and Emmanuel 4 are the most famous ones. But now they're all famous. It's
yeah, they are, exactly.
Yeah, but famous. But have you seen them? What does that mean?
Thomas, would you be able to rank the 4 Emmanuel soundtracks? No, don't. I was just kidding. Don't rank.
They all have the soundtracks have the same feeling. There's not much difference between the soundtracks, in my opinion. But the movies, I would say, like studied the first ones, 1, 2, 3, 4, were the most famous one.
Okay.
But it's the same theme, a little bit different. But I like the edition it's on this one. But I have the other ones. But it has different artworks. They're okay as well. Also collectibles.
Thorsten from Cafe Audiophile gives you the perfect excuse. You were young and needed the money. I did the overdubbing for the same reasons.
So none of you get the good job in the movie then. Okay.
Stunty, how would you musically react to Thomas' suggestion to Thomas Black Emmanuel? We want an answer now, a serious, not a ridiculous.
No, but please, then you'll have to be patient in the sense that we can't listen to just like 5 seconds of this.
Okay. Oh. Sean, hey. Bonsoir Hardy passed away. Okay. Thanks for sharing this. Hey there.
Pretty sure Thomas is gonna love this.
I have the feeling I know it.
Thanks, Daniel. Very nice. One question.
Sorry?
Let me ask one question. How is Stanti's internet connection to you? Because Stanti and me, at least we have a slight problem tonight. For me, Stanti is very corrupted and I'm for him too. So how is Stanti coming over to you? Is it okay?
Yeah.
Well, it's okay, Stanti. It works. Just wanted to know. What was it that really was lovely? Can you give us some insights on this track? Okay.
It's just starting. I'll just go a little fast forward so you see how it develops, because Jean-Pierre Alarsen on guitar.
Nice one.
Yeah, it's a very long track.
Yeah, it's a nice one. Tell us about the album, year, country.
So
group.
this is from 1973. It's a French singer, guitar player, but he's a musician. He composed the song. You have a lot of musicians, obviously, here. The most famous ones would be Georges Rodi on piano Fender, Mellotron, harp synthesizer. Georges Rodi, he's did a lot of library soundtracks. Jean-Pierre Alarsen, he's one of the greatest guitar players in Europe, in the world, but that only French people know about him because he never had an album under his name, or not really. This was on Pâté Marconi. It's the Vol d'Icar, Icarus flight. It's the volume 2 of a series of a cycle he did. The volume 1 is not nearly as good. This one has like 2 or 3 tracks that are like that. A little bit like Jean-Claude Vanier, super ambitious arrangement. Starts
double album or one?
No,
one,
it's a single album. A single
Single
album. Yeah.
Very interesting.
And it's a record you can still find for cheap. Huh? It's still I see now on Discogs. There's 10 copies of it, and starting with 11 euros for.
Let's see how many copies there are tomorrow. I would say max 5. Max. Because that really amazing.
It's one of these little records that, like, if you told the people that this is a super rare record and it's super expensive, everyone would think, yes, I understand why.
So true.
Yeah.
Thomas, have you been aware of this record, or was it a new one for you?
I don't have it. I've seen the cover, but I never had that one.
Great recommendations, Dante.
And like it was like when Thomas was playing that Black Emmanuel, I thought like, okay, these records are often by producers, and this is a producer record as well, even if it's kind of like a hippie singer musician who became a producer for himself, and it's very spiritual, almost like, you know, a Catholic spiritual hippie feeling around it. If you don't understand the French, then you wouldn't even know. But I've had that for like 20 years, and I don't tire of it.
I can imagine. Thomas, your next record. Do you get ever tired of the next record you will play for?
Probably. I never get tired of that. No.
Thomas, give me a second, Stunty, because I have to get into this commentary, because in the German DC, this is a record that got shown very often. I don't want to go into why, but very often. So it's true, I am the DJ. Long time no see. At least on YouTube, we didn't hear it that often as an original, and so that's why I said, come on, play something of it, so that you don't not only see it, that you actually can hear it. And I think this is a masterpiece. I agree with DJ Socky, it's a masterpiece. Yeah. All killer, no filler. Yeah.
Yeah, and I think they're different on every song. It's not like the sound the same. Some is psych rock, some is has the feeling of reggae. There's a lot of and they do their version of "I Put a Spell on You," which is fantastic as well. They're like it's very nice to listen to. And like in this one way, it's more rock, but it gets like the good and
Said he was a strong man, you know this is a lie. I thought that man got weaker as the months and years passed by. His lips were cold and trembling as he fumbled what to say. He looked at most and had to sigh on that forsaken day.
Do you agree what Sean, the Vinyl Dreamscape, says, Thomas, that you saw that record 10 to 15 years ago quite recently, and then it's all of a sudden vanished? Is there something to it?
Yeah, it's not a rare record. It was never cheap, but you could find it. I think you could find it for €50.
That's exactly it. Yeah.
But those days are over, right, Stunty? No, you have to pay at least.
Well, you can still find it. Like it's more unusual now than before, but you can. I'm sure, like, if a shop gets it here in Stockholm, I'm sure it will be like for like 70, 75, 80 maybe.
Okay, you can buy every copy for €80. You see, US first pressing. I buy every copy. I even give you 90.
Yeah, I think it's become like a €300 record in good condition.
Okay, then I'm off for this one. I've seen it a year and a half ago in a shop for 850 crowns, but I didn't check which pressing it was though. So maybe
Pressing matters sometimes, Stunty.
this is on Dawn UK version. That's the most expensive one.
I think that's the one to get. Yeah.
I think if you go on Discogs, I think the cheapest one would be, I don't know.
maybe.
But it also came on American release on this label, Genus, and that's a bit cheaper.
But you will be able to find it on the OBC, right?
It's not on the OBC now, but it could come. But I don't know which one to sell.
It could be.
If you sell the Dawn one, this will be the first time when I just hit and I don't care if everybody else cares. I want that record. I love it. But Thomas, I don't know if I interrupt your flow now, but as you said, this is a rare one. But the other Fast Demon, there's another one. This is a rare one, right?
Yeah, this was the rare one. The rare one looks like this.
Okay.
And I think on this one, there's also 4 tracks that I love to play.
Would you play something for us now, or do I interrupt your flow if I ask for that?
I'll play some.
Good.
there's a reissue tape last year or the year before on this album.
Stunty. Hey, come on, you like that. Please say you like it. It's great, isn't it?
Yeah, it's nice. It's a little bit too like. No, it's great. It's really 70s. It's really 70s music.
Also it's a little bit off. It's not the common. It's not so like everything else. I really.
No, but for example, the track before from the Demon Fuzz record.
The other one
honestly, was also... the intro and when he sings, I don't care for it at all. Like it's good, but I don't care. And then when the break starts. And you got the looped bass and all that, like for 2-3 minutes, that I love. I absolutely love. So for me, that's one of these records, like we talked about a couple of weeks ago, I think with Thomas, that I don't even listen to the whole tracks. There are some parts of it. And this kind of music is often like that for me.
Okay. So we are alone now, Thomas, because I think we would listen to the whole track, right?
Yeah, I could listen to the whole album. I never really get tired of it because I think it has a lot of different genres, and I think if it's for his singing, I think their version of "I Put a Spell on You" is.
On you. You're mine.
Now we will be back. No, play it. I just want to say that we are on thin ice, but we risk it because it's so good.
Yeah, and it's I think the 7-inch is only on the Swedish release.
Okay, cool. Wow.
It came as a UK, but without cover and different tracks on. But
of course, you have both versions. Of course.
But as a release, I think it only is the Swedish version.
Right. Let's get into it for another 20-30 seconds, and then otherwise it's cool.
I put a spell on you because I know that you're
Thanks for sharing this. Now we have music to the picture when it got shown again and again, again and again and again and again. Nice.
I'll just play a little bit from another track, just that I really love as well. That I think it's different as well. It's more like a regular song.
Girl, sweet little girl, how lonely can one be? People all around me, everywhere I
It's from this album.
It's from this album, yeah. They only released 2 albums.
Yeah, exactly. Only that 2 albums. Dante, do you know what happened to them after those 2 albums? Haven't they been successful? Do you have any idea? Thomas, do you have any idea what happened to them after those 2 amazing albums?
No, I don't think they had that huge success. First one came in 70, and I think this one came in 76.
Okay, wow. Okay.
And I didn't think it sold very much. That's why it's difficult to find it nowadays.
And then after some decades, the DJs came, put them into their set, and then they got this hype and got. Is it the same old story, Dante?
Yeah, I guess so. No, but it's not just the DJs. These are diggers records, people who. Sure, you will find DJs who plays these in bars, in cocktail bars, and in these settings. But it's there is this culture of like good taste, cool music, and that I think is a little bit overdone now. But this is some of the foundations of all that. I mean, I've always loved the cover of the second album, and.
Not of the first one. I think the first one has the amazing jacket with the guy and the mask. This one.
That's the second one.
No, that's the first one.
That's the first one. I always thought it was okay. Yeah.
But this is an amazing jacket, right?
Yeah. That's
it's an
eye-popping jacket that like you see it in. But I remember seeing this record first in a shop in Paris, chez Yuri, in the 90s, and like even if I hadn't liked the music, I would have been curious about it anyways because of the cover.
Yeah, exactly. That's true. But I'm broke. Maybe it goes into the shop. It's not sure. Yeah, this is quite a record. I translate that. He said, "This is insane. I don't know where you take all this. I'm always in awe when I see this stuff." Me too, but
well, I'm gonna be. How would you say, giving a lot of respect to Germany now, like because of all the German watchers, like because we've listened to Black Emmanuel and all this funky music, but really the language of love is German. You guys know that, right?
Oh, Stanti, that was amazing, and because I also wanted to address this because I think at least half of the people nowadays really proud of.
Furchtbar voll hier. Aber da drüben wird gerade eine Umkleidekabine frei.
Da können wir doch zusammen hineingehen.
Ja, können wir machen.
You are amazing.
Ist das aber eng hier. Oh, du, ich bekomme mein Oberteil nicht auf. Komm, bitte hilf mir doch mal. Mach das so.
Is it for jedes Jahr?
Ja? Das geht doch. Aber ich meine... Oh, es wird zärtliche Hände, du hast.
The Germans will love it.
Nein, nicht so schnell, nicht so schnell. Komm.
Do you understand what you're saying? Not so fast, not so fast. Whoa,
this goes
whoa. I
this
love
goes
it.
into all styles. This is Tom Dukapil, who was, I believe, born in Czech Republic, but who moved to Germany quite early on. This is early 80s, and his production is always interesting. Like, he was in punk bands that were interesting, in art rock bands and electro bands in the early 80s. And the label is so cool.
But it's
also
not connected to Düsseldorf?
No, it's from East Germany.
Okay, East
And
Germany.
you can
That's,
see when the eye, when it
that's even
goes
more
around.
wow.
And,
This makes this record a gem. That this kind of music is from East Germany is unbelievable. Is it a rare one? Is it easy to get? Is it so
semi-rare.
Okay.
I bought it like 20 years ago, and it was like a 30 euro record back then. I rarely see it, but it's, yeah, like the guy again, Tom Dokupil. It's worth doing a deep dive in his discography. You won't like everything. I don't, but
Again, an amazing recommendation, and I agree with Thorsten from Cafe Audiophile. I was worried about copyright, and then of course Stunty comes with this. Next stop is 18 plus.
Yeah, Michael, can you, for those who don't understand German, can you maybe translate a little bit of the lyrics?
The most important part was not so fast, not so fast, not so fast.
Exactly. Nicht
Nicht so schnell.
zu
Nicht so
schnell. Nicht zu schnell.
No, exactly.
Do you know
And I
something
agree with
about?
I'm the DJ. This is a must-have. But to be honest, I'm the DJ. You exactly know why. You exactly know why. Thomas, your next order at Discogs, right? Nicht so schnell.
Yeah, I like it. I like the music in it, and
It's great. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but even for like this weird proto electro, even without the vocals, it's pretty good. Like the sounds, the production, it's a bit weird, but in a good way.
Yeah. How long is the track? Because you
It's a
interrupted
short
it.
track. That one is pretty short. It's like 2 minutes or something.
Okay, is it a 12-inch or a complete album?
No, it's an album. It's
Okay.
there's that track was called Sex, and the one we got into called Entspannung 1.
So
There's a
relax.
track called
relaxing
KGB,
one.
Striptease.
This is a great name, Stunty. Look at this. This is a great name. Pumping Vinyl. Like that.
Hello, William.
Okay, Thomas. And after Stunty's excursion into German sex life or whatever, what have you prepared something for us?
Yeah, I don't know where to go from this, but I have something.
It's not that easy. So you can start with everything now.
Yeah.
my track of the evening so far. It's one. I love it.
Yeah. What I know is that this is a French band. After rock band, and some came from played another band called Sun, like I think the band behind, and they did 2 albums. Those 2 in the early 70s, which this one is quite easy to find. This one is more difficult to find.
You know, I mean, if you look at the jacket, you know why, right?
But it came as a French release and an American release and a Spanish release that all came the same year.
No, I think the US release came a little later, if I'm not mistaken. I think
it might be the year after, but I don't think it's.
Yeah. Stanti, are you aware of this? Probably you are, right?
Yeah. It's in the 80s, 90s, friends, DJs and diggers, the music that was being looked for, they used to call it funk soul.
Yeah.
La soul funk, actually, soul funk. That became almost a genre in itself, but a French take on that. And Sulmakosa, which of Malik, it's a rock band, but it's disco was huge in France, and so, and you know, also because of the colonies and all that, it's something that in the 80s, if you were not into hard rock and stuff like that, like you were into that in France, or zouk and stuff like that, of course. But
okay. So, but have you been into that stuff at the time, or are you still?
No.
Do you have this record? If not, why not? God damn it!
Because it's too expensive, considering how it's a good record. You know, there's a lot of objectively good records, but that it's almost too. You know, it's almost like a blueprint for something, and I'm more interested in with the sort of errors, or when it becomes the matrix.
Sorry to interrupt, but I think this is a perfect example of a record that is on track, but also left field. I mean, when it starts with this is not the typical stuff, Stanti. Come on.
I'm not saying the typical stuff. It's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying it's kind of like the matrix of a certain type of music, and it plays all the notes and the chords exactly how it should be. So it becomes a little bit. Now you're asking me to critique it in a way. So
no, I don't. But I think sometimes. You don't have to find the hair in the soup when it is an amazing record. And this is
that's the point. Like, there is no hair in the soup. I want some hair in the soup.
You want the hair in the soup.
Yeah.
You know what? Listen to Nerve with Wound. Thomas, how are you?
I know the feeling that Stanley has. It's not, but for me, it's to play it on for a dancing crew. It's different than the disco music we play. So it feels different when the other stuff that you're able to play. And there's a lot of good tracks you can actually play on those 2 albums. But it's true. It is exactly how it should be. As they don't use like a weird instrument in between or weird rhythm or get weird. It's straight out.
Of course they did. In the very first song you played, Thomas, they did it all the time. It was very disruptive, the first song, with the harmonica and stuff. It was very. Was it an interruption in the YouTube?
Yeah. For me, it's also quite different from everything else. But
Yeah,
but
absolutely.
yeah, but it's well produced. It's well done. It's
Another thing that is interesting about it, as Thomas said, it was released on the French label, but it was released on the jazz label, one of the greatest jazz labels of Europe, by the way.
Which is? Say it again.
America.
Come again, please. You have been.
I think so, wasn't it?
It's on America, yeah.
Yeah, America is a French label that released a ton of really great, some of the best spiritual jazz from the US, and a lot of French musicians as well, or American musicians exiled in Europe, in France. And like I would say 95% of the catalog of America is spiritual free jazz. So this is a little bit different in the catalog, which makes it interesting also because of that.
Yeah, and thank you for sharing this, because now I will go for sure into the label and see what else is there. So it's worth digging into this label, right? I understood.
Oh, sure. Yeah, there's at least like 20-25 albums on America of jazz albums that I think are some of the best jazz in history.
Okay.
There's the choral rock by Archie Shepp's best album ever is on that label, in my opinion.
Yeah.
And it's funny because you would say, you know,
this is totally okay, and of course it's no disrespect to anybody else. So that was a nice discussion, nothing else.
No, and I you know, that record, if I was booked to do a DJ set for like fancy hip people in a hip place, it would be a perfect record to have to play, and I would do it 100%.
Yeah,
that would be part of the job. These records are perfect for that. I guess maybe it's also, you know, after time, yeah. Oh, like that. I have something already planned now, but like now you give me an idea, Thomas, because now I wanted, like, as you played some music that was kind of going towards reggae earlier, I wanted to remind everyone, of course, that reggae is the best. Reggae is German, of course, huh, Michael?
How does this stream end? Does it end with you saying that you think that Germany will win the European Football Championship? What's going on today?
Of badminton, yes, yeah. No, but like you knew that Kraftwerk was a reggae band eventually.
Oh, I know, of course.
Yeah.
That's when I played the drums.
Everywhere I look, my street is graced. I hear about music all over the place. Whereas doctors give us pain, but he tries it again. Bubbles and smoke, we're chained and bound to battle songs. Keep us underground. There's a star, far, far away, where my people hear songs of dread all day. It was the sweetest star I've ever seen. And if you come with me,
Michael,
Yeah.
Can you explain to us what was going on in the early 80s in Wächtersbach?
Wächtersbach. In the early 80s.
Wächtersbach.
Franzi,
Yeah.
we here in Germany are not allowed to talk about that. If I would do this, I would get into serious trouble. Maybe Manfred has the balls. I don't have that balls. Because it was very
well. I'm 100% sure that Thomas knows this, right?
No, I don't know that one.
You don't?
That was
Well, Femmt, they have 2 albums. This one is better, I think, but this one is pretty cool too. They also have an album under the name Robotwerke later. And this is kind of like German, as you see this. So they're all kind of the perfect mix of Beatles and Kraftwerk going reggae and disco. And yeah, these records are silly, but they're also really strange and interesting, and have some tunes that are like pure disco bangers, but that are left field. Like sometimes,
believe it or not, but when you have gone into clubs here in the area, and we are talking not very strange clubs, we are talking regular nightclubs. You would hear this music in Düsseldorf.
Oh, nice.
On a no, of course you would.
81.
Yeah. It's not that has been played in avant-garde-ish clubs. No.
No, absolutely no. It was released on CBS. It feels like almost like a private press, and they're not like, you don't see them every day. They're not like super rare, but I think they were reissued or bootlegged in the 2000s. I don't think there's any official reissue of these, but these records are a part of German music history, I think.
Sure, that's for sure.
Okay, so Manfred is saying that they are being reissued later this year, so I guess it's zeitgeist.
Yeah. You know, Thomas, I'm not a DJ. I'm not a DJ at all. But what I can imagine when Stunty plays those tracks like the last one, it's wonderful. It's like a teacher who has just cleaned the table, right? And now you have a clean plate and can play whatever you want. Is it true?
It's totally clean. But I got inspired a little bit by the covers.
Show it again.
This was inside the record.
So what you have is a first pressing, and
there's only one pressing that is official of that, I think.
Okay. Thomas got now inspired by that track, and now I can't wait what we will be up to now.
This is from the best dub album in the world.
Okay. Okay, no, I understand. Okay, this guy, a scientist, of course, and he might even be right.
Yeah, that's a lot of good ones. But he's just been in the studio again, and there'll be an amazing album coming very soon from him that I'm looking really much forward to get. But inspiring by the photos you showed from the German band, he always had some special covers artwork with his albums. This is some of the old
1966, Germany against England. No, it's Portugal. The Germany against Portugal. If you look at the
I think it's Jamaica, Michael. I think it's safe to say.
No. This is Portuguese.
It says it's the final.
See? And if it's the final, it's always Germany, Stunty. Live with it. Live with it.
Oh, today I'm not saying otherwise. I think I showed that.
Cool. That's cool. Tell us a bit about scientists, because he's a very, look at those beautiful jackets. Stunty, what do you think about the scientist? What do you know about him?
Oh, like all these records have been reissued very well, and for a lot of people I would say he's the getaway artist for dub. Of course, people know Lee Perry, and you saw like King Tubby session there. King Tubby and Lee Perry are probably the two biggest names. But as soon as you want to go a little bit deeper, Scientist is probably, and you just see the cover that look like Marvel comics from the 60s, 70s. Like it's, of course, it's yeah.
But Santi, what do you mean by as soon as you want to go a bit deeper? What do you mean by that?
Because the music is a little darker than like you saw, like the one that with the Flash Gordon cover that Thomas just showed with Linval Thompson. Linval Thompson is one of my favorite dub musicians, but you see, Scientist also has the amount of records. So he has the eye-popping covers. He has a lot to delve into, and the music, you can feel like when you start to listen to his music that it's like going like a level up or down depending on how you look at it.
Thomas, when did you get into Scientist? How did you discover him? When did you get so deep into him?
It was the years when I lived in London, and I went to, because he's still playing live, so I went to a show where he was playing, and it was he's really cool, and it was an amazing evening with his music, and in the same evening. I met what is the guy who played on the small I can't remember. I met his son, which for me was like two amazing things that evening that opened my mind for a lot of things.
Nice. Yeah. Can you give us a little bit more of him? Or maybe Stunty has a Scientist record. You have a Scientist record, Stunty?
I have two albums of his, but I don't know where they are right now. Okay, I know kind of where they are, but it's not easy.
Okay, no problem, because Thomas is prepared like always. Thank you,
Oh,
Thomas.
good to hear.
This is my favorite scientist album.
Okay. Why?
Well, it I don't know. Like, I've listened to most of them, and this is the one that appeals to me the most. It's maybe it's a little more less sunny than some of his stuff. Like, yeah. I mean, I love like the stuff that, like, the track that is being played right now. I really like that, but this one I really love.
You can give us a little impression of it?
Sure.
That's great. By the way, where you're preparing, is the sun getting down at your place right now, Santi, or is it always sunny?
Yeah, it's starting to get down, and it will be going down now for the next 3 hours.
3 hours, or okay. But you will have a time when there is always sun, or always light, right? Cool.
Yeah, in 2 weeks, 2.5 weeks.
Mm-hmm. Same here. Not the whole night, but yeah, we have sunlight now until 10:15. And you, Thomas, 11 o'clock. When is it getting dark?
I think 10:30.
Okay, now we listen to Santi's take on the science. I asked Santi later. Now we listen. Starts like the caretaker is good.
Long time I've been watching you, standing across the street, wishing and hoping and telling you, wish that we could meet. This is a bright day, and the sun is shining bright. How
So you hear it's super minimalistic. It's just the bass drum, sometimes
And
the
you didn't do a
vocals.
John Peel on us this time, right? You didn't do a John Peel. It
No.
was cool. I know. No, I agree. That was quite dark for reggae, at least.
I mean, it is smiling, but it's more, yeah.
Thomas, you probably know this one too, right?
Yeah, but I would love to hear this track on a big sound system.
always
I
the same.
could feel it. Yeah. It's one of the later one. What year is it from?
80. It was released in the UK. 81.
Oh, not so late, Thomas. No, it's not that late for him.
No, that's he released a lot in the late 70s, first 80s. That was
Yeah.
I don't want to go on without putting up this post by Justin Peters, because I agree. I think Stunty should do a 24-hour stream to commemorate the summer solstice.
I will need to get paid for that, huh?
Always get paid for that, with attention, with love, and support.
All right, yeah, no, but like that's work, man, because that's gonna destroy my week if I do. But yeah, I mean, I might do something longer.
It's a nice idea. Come on, Stunty, do it on the outside. Get some witches. Be naked.
And it's funny also because like I've had bands and released music, but so Zelvia was asking earlier, what is my DJ name? And in 2.5 weeks for the festival I'm launching, I'm gonna DJ there, and I'm gonna DJ for the first time under the name Stunty. So I guess it's at one point I have to stop
under the name Stunty. Oh, that's amazing.
Yeah,
it's cool. I love it. The place will be crowded.
We'll see. It's the communication is only starting for really now. Like we're only doing like the bill, the flyers, and all that right now. So it's very short time, but that's how we couldn't do it any other way.
Did you already say that, or tell on the internet that Thomas and me will do the cheerleading?
If you do, you will get free beer.
One free beer or 2 free beers?
2.
Okay.
And no, you know what? You can get more, but each beer, like the first beer, will be 1%, 2%, 3%. So each beer you take will make you drunker than the previous one. Not just because it's more, but it's higher.
That's how it works. But Thomas, for 2 beers, we do everything, right? For 2 free beers, everything.
I thought we'll get one and share it. But 2?
For 3 beers, Thomas and Michael are starting a free pursing booth. Like they will be pursing your nibbles, and like they will customize.
No, shut the fuck up. Thomas, are you prepared?
For the show?
No, for this show.
I will play one or two more reggae tracks. This is one of my English favorite labels, Count Shelby, which is mostly 7 inches, but they did have 6 albums, which are all amazing.
Come on, I'm a warrior. Come on, I tell you that I'm a warrior. Baby, music bound to drive me crazy. Could drive me busy, drive me crazy. Drive me big, don't release it. Could drive me big, don't be crazy. Baby, don't release it. If you say you love I so, and you want the world to know how much you really love I so, you love me go, but I love will stay. Keep on coming through the door and let me see your face no more. Cause when I tell you that you got to come on through the door. Baby, music bound to drive me crazy. Could drive me busy, drive me crazy. Could drive me big, baby. Drive me big, don't be crazy. Could drive me big, don't be lazy. Drive me easy, drive me crazy. Smile and keep your face a dimple. I don't you frown and really get it wrinkle. Cause here comes the music treasure, play for you forever. I play it so good like I really should. That's why they call me Doctor Make You Feel This your music make you walk. This your music make you talk. This your music make you say. This your sound of us. Come on, warrior. Come on, warrior. Get out the rush, don't get crushed.
This is the record we are listening to right now, Man and Warrior.
This is the one. Kapatsuki.
Fantastic. Wow, this is cool.
It has a little bit the feeling
I
of
love the guitar.
it has a bit the feeling of Papa was a Rolling Stones.
Yeah, but in reggae and in even cooler, if that's possible. Stanti, come on, this is amazing, isn't it?
I love the guitar. There is rhythmic guitar there.
New song for you, or did you know it?
I'm not sure. Like, yeah, I would say it's new to me. I think I might have heard it, but I'm not even sure.
Brilliant.
That's
What I didn't get, maybe I'm the only one, but is this again a Jamaican label, a Jamaican record, or where does it come from?
It's a UK label.
UK, okay.
You were about to say, Thomas?
The album comes with a different cover as well.
Ah, okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Men Are Warrior. Wow.
It's Brian's record.
You know, when that happens, I have quite some krautrock records where they did it. I love it. I don't have a problem at all with it if it has this personality stuff. And no, Brian is quite famous.
Yeah. Maybe he come after me. He wants the record back.
Stanti, do you have a problem when you buy an original and there is a Brian or a Michael or a Thomas on the label? Do you care for that, or say no, I like it, or I don't care?
You mean when someone has written something on it?
Yeah.
It's funny you should say that, because the next record I've lined up literally has that both on the label and on the cover.
Yeah.
So I'll play.
Yeah, with the cover, I would say, hey, come on, not the cover, but the label somehow, I get it. I agree with it. On the cover, I don't like.
Yeah, I don't like it either, but
sometimes, hey.
Wait, no, I just got a message that is disturbing to me. All right, let's see.
Do you want to share the disturbing message? Shall we get this? No? Okay. Wonderful. See, that's annoying. Sorry. I wanted to finish a copy. Wow.
It was a radio station copy, obviously.
Ah, okay.
I'm giving my love to you. That's the only thing I want to do. I'm coming inside you. I'm coming inside you.
A light from the highest place out of Africa.
I'm walking beside you. That's the thing that I most love to do. I'm coming inside you. I'm coming inside.
this is an artist I think Thomas has shown here before. Obviously, this sounds like a sort of industrial Prince, and Zoo Paul here is not too far away. It's from '87, or it was released in '87. So Roland Jung is Roland P. Jung, who released some incredible experimental spiritual jazz with electronics. And I think that Thomas showed one here of his recent records some weeks ago. His first record, Isophonic Boogie, I have and I've loved since the late 90s. And I was looking for other records of his, and back then there was no sound clips for that, and I bought it on eBay, I think. It's not a super expensive record, but it's not a cheap record either. And when I got it, I was I was really disappointed with this, because it was not at all what I expected. I hoped it would be more like experimental, electronic, ambient, spiritual jazz. And this is like a sort of industrial Prince from New York. But now there's a sort of naivety in it that I really, really enjoy in this. It's I don't know exactly when to play it, but when you think it's the right time to play it, it will be amazing.
Stanti, one question, a technical question, because we talked about the writing on the cover.
Yeah.
And you said it's probably a radio station copy.
Yeah.
Explain, please.
Well, radio stations in the US used to do that, so that people wouldn't steal the records or for reselling, or just to remember, or for whatever reasons. And this PN, usually when it ends with PN, it's a radio.
Yeah. And also the way it's written over the jacket, right?
Yeah.
No,
everywhere, everywhere.
No decent or sane record collector would write it over this on the jacket.
So I tried to erase it as good as I could.
Yeah, it's very obvious on the back side, on the flip side. Yeah, so here it's obvious. No record collector would do that. Yeah, very interesting. Thanks for sharing.
Was I remember correctly, Thomas, that you played some Roland P. Jung some time ago?
Yeah, and I looked for this record as well, because I was like, what else did he do? Yeah. And I was listening to this one, and like, oh, this is weird. This doesn't sound like anything else. But if hearing it now again, it's the second time I hear it. It's I really liked it. And I think it's
its own thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, and Thomas really likes Prince, so I was sure that you will love it now, because you are really into Prince, right, Thomas?
I am, yeah. Indeed.
I mean, who isn't?
Me.
Oh, Michael.
Yeah, I only like The Cross in a way. The Cross is the best Prince song. The rest, educate me. But Prince, I saw him once, and he was very, very small.
Yeah?
Really small. I mean, really small. But hey, come on, let's go on. Thomas, what have you prepared for us?
This is also a little weird cool track.
share the view.
I'm still in love with you. Baby.
You can, I can, we can pull together.
Even in stormy weather. Because
love and trust will see us through.
As long as
you have me and I have you,
things get better.
Just you wait and see. I'm not ashamed to state my claim. You're
Wow.
Be the white Grace Jones not doing it so well.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah, you're thinking, what is he doing in this band? It has its own.
Amazing. Tell us about this record, Thomas, please, because I'm totally, like almost always, I'm totally unaware of it until you hear it now. What can you tell us about it?
I don't know much about it. It's the only album that she did. It's on her name, Judy Polak.
And trust me, if DJ Socky says never heard about it, you know him, by the way. Remember, he was with us in Den Bosch.
Yeah.
And he also never. This is unbelievable. Stanti, are you familiar with that record?
Nope.
Okay, Thomas, your time. Tell us about it. Where did you get it? How can we get it?
I think it's not an easy album to find. And,
no, because Hanso Sanchez already wrote, Discogs only knows the reissue. It doesn't know about the original.
It's and you should take it for this track. The other tracks are really terrible, but this one, the drums and everything has some
wonderful.
Yeah.
The original is from 1977. Okay. So Hit Wombat says you can find it on Google.
Okay. You can find it, yeah.
Okay.
But I think I bought it on Discogs as well. I remembered it was from an Italian guy I bought it. Because I had
so you are one of those people, in lack for better words, that also buy an album, a record for one song, right? If there is one amazing song like this, you buy it because you are also a DJ and need it for some sessions. Or correct me if I'm wrong.
I could buy a record for a nice intro.
For 10 seconds.
Yeah. It's
same on your side, Stunty.
Yeah, and it's not because we're DJs. It's also because, like, when you have more than 500 records, like, or I don't know what.
I agree. Yeah.
I think you look for a little thing that can change your mind of what music is. If that could be like a few seconds, it's worth a lot to get that record.
Okay, now I want to ask, because this is maybe quite contrary and different to what people in the gallery think. Who agrees in the gallery? Who says, okay, I would buy a record for 10 to 20 seconds of amazing music? Who would do that? Write a one. I think not many would do that. I
I
think
guess it
most
also maybe depends on the price.
it always depends on the price, but in general, who would do that for 10, 20 seconds buying a record? So Stunty would, Thomas would. Would I? Maybe 30 seconds. I'll see. I'm the DJ, but hey, I'm the DJ. You're a DJ, maybe. So you do. Yeah.
Yes, often you look for a sample that can be used for doing something else.
So Andreas Schilling would do it. But I can imagine a lot won't. A lot won't do it because the general record collector won't. But I might be wrong. And I'm not judging here, of course.
I think the next record I found is one of those where you where I bought it only because of the intros.
Yeah. Okay.
Should I play a little bit from it so you can hear like this is what I went for?
No way, please don't play it.
Okay.
Of course, play it.
Listen to this.
Darling, you told me you love me, but I believe it's not a truth.
Then it's
Sentado ante mil soledades, sintiendo.
Esa palabra y con su magia se abrirá. Busque esa palabra y con su magia.
it's a little bit all over the place, but
It's strange. And the jacket is unbelievable.
Sample bonanza.
Again?
It's a sample
Yes.
bonanza. Like it's just like the record has always been begging to be mined.
Llueve donde tenía que llover. Llueve donde tenía que llover.
Let's be honest. There's some amazing breaks, some great intros, and even if we can warm up to it, he's not a great singer. He's really not.
And I wonder, Stunty, do you have also this kind of things in your hair, naked women and stuff like that sometimes? No? No? Okay. I tried.
I don't want to exclude anyone.
But again, let's agree that this is a very special and strange album.
Yeah, and I got it because I love the intros on all the tracks. Had some
great musicianship, not necessarily great songs.
Singing, not great singing.
Another singer, it could be an amazing record. But it's fun to go on a journey to it because it has some fun in between as well. It's
Where is the record from, Thomas?
It's from Mexico.
Mexico. Which year?
Yes, Michael. First, by the look of the typography, the visual. Let's have like a little game.
Okay, let's have a game. Which year?
Show it again, Thomas, the cover. No, but now he's gonna. I would say 74. 74. I said the same.
I was faster.
Yeah,
I said 74.
I say 74 as well.
Oh, that's boring. It's 72 probably.
Somebody looked it up because I can't remember it.
Okay. We have Hit Wombat 72. We have I'm the DJ 78. We have Zoo Animal on Wheels 72. And now we need Manfred because he probably already knows the right year. He always does.
Yeah. It doesn't say anything on the
Betze
cover.
says 77. Do you say, is it a guess, DJ Zocchi, or is it the real number? Andreas Schilling says 75.
You guys have access to Discogs. Like, you should be able to find it better than us. Okay,
according to Discogs, it's 72. So I was closer than Stunty. No, I wasn't, but I was faster. So
but now I want to educate Michael, as I've been doing all along tonight, with how reggae and sex is German. But he knew that already. But
do you agree that Stunty sometimes is really difficult to digest?
Oh, it's depending on what I ate before, it's even worse. But so I just wanted to educate you on something. Play a super cheap record, the Dollar Bean record that is super mainstream, that everyone knows, but it's so mainstream that maybe a lot of people overlook it and don't even think about how amazing and how really ahead of its time it was in many ways.
I take an educated guess now. You now play Bonnie M. Daddy Cool.
Almost.
What are you?
I've seen the future and it will be. I've seen the future and it works. Live this life after.
I know it. Is it Prince?
Yeah, it's Prince.
So I can't go
Prince.
like
You want to kill the stream, right?
systematic or
You want to kill the stream?
No.
You want to kill the stream?
It's not one of his hits, but
it's great. I agree. It's amazing.
And it's from this.
Yeah, Batman. Amazing.
It's a house track. It's a real house track.
It's amazing. I totally agree, Stunty. And you are so right. It's so easy to overlook. I forgot totally about that track. Yeah.
Great electronics, soundscapes.
Yeah.
It's nothing wrong about it unless you don't like Prince's vocals, but it's amazing on it.
You are so right, Stunty. Thanks for putting this up. But I kept on talking about it because Prince is a pain in the A when it comes to taking a stream down. But I agree. I totally forgot about that track.
There's also the EP that has Bad Danced, which is one of the best tracks of it as well. And a cool mix on the 12-inch, a very cool mix. And these records, you should never pay more than $5 for them. Never.
Yeah.
But
yeah, I agree, old school. Prince, not my cup of tea, but...
Is it your cup of woman, though? Because this is Prince as well. And this is amazing. I think I already played
This is not Prince. This is not Prince.
This is Prince. This is Prince under the name The Star.
Yeah, but okay, but not the women on the.
No, this is Vanity 6, but it's a
okay,
Prince.
Exactly. I thought you said on the photo is Prince. It was.
Yeah, no, but Vanity
Prince
6
hasn't been a cross-dresser.
or a creation of Prince.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Yeah. Here is another Prince fan.
Just imagine if that track from the Batman soundtrack had been done by someone not well known and was an independent release. That would be a cult record. But just because it's the soundtrack of Batman.
Imagine Connie Plank would have produced it.
Yeah.
Then it would have been really something. Yeah, I don't need to ask Thomas what he thinks about Prince, but I can ask Thomas, how are you tonight, Thomas? How are you?
No, I like Prince, but I keep on finding tracks that I didn't know of.
But you did answer my question, Thomas. How are you tonight?
I'm a bit tired, but I'm alive. But there's a track from Prince that I looked for that I haven't found, and it's he made like 7 instrumentals in 76, 77.
Yeah.
That I have not. They're called Instrumental 1, Instrumental 2, Instrumental 3, up to 7. I never found those.
Are they on vinyl?
Yeah.
I saw somebody played it on vinyl.
Okay. Stunty, you have seen those records?
I know someone who has it, at least 2 people. I mean, there's this guy from Chicago who is a house producer who was staying at my place after he did a gig in Paris, and he played that there, and then we've listened to it. I don't know if it was a bootleg or a white label, but it was that record that Thomas is talking about.
Yeah, I saw Moody Man played it, and but I never did it.
Why? Yeah, those are the grails of the DJs, then, right?
It is, yeah. You can sometimes do the pressing yourself, like make a. Sometimes you wouldn't know.
Give us some music.
You know, just on what Thomas was saying, it's interesting because they're releasing right now, for the first time officially, commercially, 2 tracks by Arthur Russell, who is in a way like it's adjacent to Prince. And it's 2 mixes, one by Walter Gibbons and one by another one. It was only released as a white label test pressing, white label promo on Talking Loud. I have bootlegs of that from the same time because they only did like very few of it, and now they're releasing it for the first time. Let me see if I can find them.
Yep, Thomas goes on until Stunty finds something.
Okay. We can do a small quiz again, Michael. Which instrument do this guy play?
Rock.
We haven't started yet.
Well, okay. Okay.
it's not often you hear a disco track with the violin.
Mhm.
We had one some weeks ago. I think that was one once we heard it.
Nice.
It's one of those tracks you can play that people like it.
Give us a little bit more, if it makes sense.
There'll be a good some good drums coming up.
Tell us a little bit about the record, Thomas. Which year, which label, which country?
It's 1979, so just at the start of the disco area where it's mainstream. This is the only track on the album that has this feeling to it. The rest is like
Okay.
more long stuff. But it's one of the
Okay, that's crucial, of course. Thanks, still.
Yeah, and it has the feeling, a little bit Latin feeling together with the disco. It's
Yeah.
a little bit all over the place, but
Stunty, you as a disco fan, what do you say about this track? What do you say? Are you aware of it? Was it new to you?
Yeah. I would say, and I think Thomas will agree, it's a cool track, but it's no fast lane. You know what I mean, Thomas, right?
he has turned on all the lights, but there's nobody home.
Yeah, there's basically the Jean-Luc Ponty track "Fast Lane," who's also like a violin player, and which is like the absolute best disco track ever. When you hear it, you will feel that it can't be better than that. It's also like almost like a Detroit techno track, but from the 70s. And yeah, I thought the Arthur Russell records I was looking for, talking about it's it's this one, In Light of a Miracle. This is the bootleg, but at one point the bootleg was the official version almost. But and there's stuff like that as well. That for the longest times, like these free mixes, this is the only place where you can find it, and there only did 200 copies. But as Thomas said, someone made them, and it's definitely not Arthur Russell. But yeah, I have this little thing for you. I don't know if Thomas. Maybe I would be shocked if Thomas doesn't know that, but let's see.
Give me a second. I'll be back.
So this is an album that is still kind of under the radar. You can still find it for cheap, even if it's like not a big pressing. It's John Odzilla from Senegal, and it's a disco reggae album, because you also get tracks like Anyway, it's a cool record that goes in many different directions. It's not necessarily the best, absolute number one best tracks in their fields, but they all have something a little bit of its own thing. And yeah, John Odzilla, Boogie Salsa.
Nice. Thanks for sharing.
You have this, Thomas?
Yeah, I have it. I love it.
Yeah. Yeah. And it's from Dakar, so it's
as some of us three only have slept 2 hours the last night and is working probably since 20 hours, I would say let's do the last round, as we are already at 2 hours and 15 minutes. So I think
just a tiny funny thing about that record I forgot.
Yeah.
Make Me Big. This was recorded in Sidney Bechet's studio.
Okay.
Which is like completely crazy.
Yeah, that is. So, Thomas, who should do? You decide, Thomas. Last take, you or Stunty? Who should have the first last take? You or Stunt?
So we have one each.
You have one each. But you always have free choice, so you decide. And maybe if you want to have 2, you get 2. but Stunty only gets one. Let's be unfair.
Like last week, huh?
Like last week. Let's be as unfair as last week.
Then if Stunty starts, then he'll have the chance to get 2.
No, I can't start because like I just.
Okay, I have a half one. Then it's not the finished one. Because it was just when I heard the other one.
Before you start, I want. If somebody has a question, I would love you to have answered. Stunty, do we have any Jamaican pressings?
I have some, yeah, absolutely, yeah.
Okay. Thomas, tell us what is it?
It's an American release, even though it looks more exotic. It's Buddha Thomas and his Lightman. It comes with 2 different covers, but it's 10 tracks that don't sound like anything else. I think it has its own feeling, a good summer feeling to it, like you see at the picture.
It for sure does. Stunty, do you know this record? Are you into Baywatch records too?
Oh yeah, I know that record. Yeah, I don't have it, but yeah.
Maybe you should. Is it difficult to get one, Thomas?
No, half difficult. I think around €100 difficult.
See, that's
I think
doable.
You can find it.
Okay, Stunty's last take. I'm a bit afraid because I pissed him off and his revenge might be...
Nah.
No?
It's not... I don't know. I'm just going to play a silly track now.
Yes, Stunty was on Baywatch. He was the stunt double of Black Emmanuel and he was on Baywatch.
I just play one of the worst covers. Yeah. I have. But Thomas might like it anyways, even if it's really silly.
It's so beautiful to see how you ignore me always when you play a record. You don't care if I like it. You only care about Thomas. Okay, go on. Noted.
I played a lot of German stuff for you today, Michael.
Okay, Thomas, you were wrong. It's not C-My. It's €450 on this song. The last record. Come on, the jacket is amazing. What did you? No, it's beautiful.
It's sort of like proto house reggae from Scandinavia.
From Scandinavia, okay, Finland.
86.
Okay. They did records in 86 in Scandinavia.
When I heard a strange voice call my name, I turned to see her there, evil eyes of flame.
I like it.
A ragged moon, now don't you know, my heart was filled with dread. She made a sign and circled twice.
You kill me now.
And this
Reminds
is what she
of the police.
said. Gonna put my juju on you. No, no, don't put no juju on me. Gonna put my backstick by you. No, 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 don't put no black.
Just one of these weird 80s records that
Yeah,
was
and
meant
you
to
know what?
be
As we are at the end, and we lost some viewers because they think at the end nothing happens. But the beautiful of this song is now I know what you do when you are alone. You listen to those kind of records, and yeah, that's cool.
This is more something I would play in a bar.
I agree.
In a like party mood, but I had it first. Originally, I had it on a 7-inch, and that was enough. But then I saw it existed on 12-inch, and I wanted it on 12-inch. So,
That's the spirit.
which means I still kind of like it. What do you think of that, Thomas? You understand it's silly, right?
Yeah. I remember it. I was a member of Disco Mix Club, which was something
Okay, yeah.
in the 80s, and you got everything that came out on beatbox.
Wait a second.
But it was
Wait
not
a
a track that I played at that time.
You have been a member on what?
Disco Mix Club. It's where you get like a package of records every month.
Okay. Like Vinyl Me Please for adults.
For DJs.
Like it's
Yeah.
also
DJs, okay.
records that were not sold. Records that were not necessarily sold to in the shops. Like you had to be a DJ.
But
Now
how
you
do
can
you
find
prove,
them?
Wait a second. This is important now. How do you prove that you are a DJ? It's
You
not a
show your salary from a nightclub.
Really, you show that?
Yeah, that's how you did it. Yeah. When you wanted to subscribe to remix service labels such as Razor Made, like to have all these exclusive mixes, you had to be able to justify professional activity as a DJ.
Does this still exist today? Those kind of things?
Not really. There's no use for that. Like, but you have to understand that like these often some of these tracks were not like they were of unofficial remixes of tunes that were hits in the dance floor or wanted to be hits, and the guys that would who put them out, they did their own remixes, and it was tolerated by the labels who put them out. But you'd have on this one there's not too much. There's a Der Tator, Das Spiel, Punkoff, Art Academy. So nothing that anyone would remember apart from Punkoff, which was not good, but they would try to find exactly as we said earlier, the 20 seconds that are good in it, and then they would be creative with that. Or if there's a dub mix, a vocal mix, a house mix, they would take the parts from each mixes that were the best and try to make something together that would be the best version for the dance floor. And,
Interesting.
Yeah, remixed records. You'd have these as well that are much more famous, and you can still find
Did
them.
you ever contribute to those kind of labels as a DJ, Stunty? Did you ever did some
I
of
was
those?
too young. This is
Okay.
this is this
Okay.
started in the late 70s and went
Okay.
on up until the early 90s, I would say.
Okay. Okay. I understand. Yeah.
And you got 2 every month of those showed. One of them was with the newest tracks. So it was 20 tracks, new tracks that should be popular. And the other one was more like mixes. It could be a Prince mix or Shaka Khan mix or Earth, Wind and Fire.
Or mega mixes sometimes. Like, you know, the tracks for the DJ when he wants to go to the bathroom.
Yeah.
Yeah. We talked about the bathroom thing. Yeah. I remember. Thomas, you have a very, very, very last song. Or are we just out now?
I have a very, very last one. And it's heavy raining right now. So I hope this track can turn it a little bit around. It's
Raining Man? Weather Girls?
Raining Man, but it's a Brazilian track that I really like. And you get it here.
Next Wednesday, although next week or this week on Friday, the European Championship in football starts, which means that we won't scream. We scream against anything, but not against the European Football Championship. We won't. So
it's the last chance for something good happening in football for Michael this season.
You are such a bad person. But that means please look at the channel announcements on how we will stream, but it might be on different times. It even might be on different days. So we have to be very flexible during that period of time when Germany is under the spell of football. Even Denmark takes place, which is a huge surprise. Of course, Sweden doesn't. It's the curse of Stunty, of course. But let's see how we manage it. But we will manage it. And
you forgot to mention France, by the way. But
not France.
We will bring the goal back to Denmark again.
Yeah, why not? I would be fine with Denmark. No problem. Thomas, thank you so much. And please tune into a Stunty stream on Friday. There will be again amazing music. Or do you, Stunty, do you stream no matter what, or also depending on
this Friday, I'm really excited about the stream. I have some records that are arriving and that I'm gonna get tomorrow.
Cool.
And I already got this past week. It's gonna be quite, one of these weeks where I'm super excited by the new stuff.
So, tune in on Stunty Stream on Friday. Thomas, thank you so much for doing this, especially today, as you had a really, really tough day. But you always have a tough day, right? No easy days in Denmark. Thank you so much. See you soon. Bye.